For 10,000 years, the Galactic Archive recorded every intelligent species that emerged among the stars. Some civilizations were brilliant scientists. Some were fearless warriors. Others became masters of trade, diplomacy, or technology. Yet every one of them shared a common fate. Eventually, they surrendered. To war. To disaster. To time itself. The archive contained countless stories of fallen empires and forgotten worlds. Then humanity arrived. At first, no one paid attention. The humans came from a small blue planet orbiting an ordinary star near the edge of the galaxy. Their technology was primitive compared to the great civilizations of the era. The Galactic Council classified them as harmless, weak, insignificant, a species unlikely to survive more than a few centuries. The predictions seemed reasonable. Humanity fought among itself constantly. Their history was filled with wars, political conflicts, economic collapses, and environmental crises. Most species would have destroyed themselves long before reaching space. Humans somehow survived every catastrophe. Whenever they fell, they stood up again. Whenever they lost, they adapted. The Council considered this a strange trait, but nothing more. Then the Vorak Empire appeared. The Vorak were the most powerful military force the galaxy had ever known. Their fleets stretched across thousands of systems. Entire civilizations surrendered at the mere sight of a Vorak warship. Resistance was considered impossible. Within 50 years, half the galaxy belonged to the Empire. When the Vorak finally reached human territory, they expected another easy conquest. They were wrong. The first invasion fleet entered the Sol system with overwhelming force. Thousands of warships surrounded Earth. The Vorak commander transmitted a simple message: surrender and survive. Humanity answered with a single word: no. The war began immediately. The result was devastating. Human technology was no match for Vorak weapons. Planet after planet fell. Colony after colony was destroyed. Human fleets suffered catastrophic losses. After only 6 years, Earth itself was under siege. The final battle lasted 3 days. Billions watched as the largest fleet in human history fought desperately to defend their homeworld. In the end, the outcome was inevitable. The Vorak won. Earth burned. Cities vanished beneath orbital bombardment. Human military command collapsed. The surviving governments scattered across the stars. To the rest of the galaxy, humanity was finished. Another failed civilization. Another species erased by history. The Galactic Archive officially marked humanity as extinct. Case closed. The Vorak celebrated their victory. The galaxy moved on. 200 years passed. Then something impossible happened. A signal appeared. A human signal, and it came from a place that should not have existed. The signal originated from a forgotten system deep within uncharted space. According to every available record, the colony located there had been destroyed during the war. No survivors were ever reported. No rescue missions had succeeded. The planet was presumed dead. Yet the transmission was unmistakably human. The Galactic Council immediately launched an investigation. Several scout vessels were dispatched to verify the signal. What they discovered shocked the entire galaxy. The colony still existed. Not only had the humans survived, they had transformed the planet into something extraordinary. The world was known as New Dawn. Before the war, it had been considered nearly uninhabitable. Violent storms covered much of the surface. Massive earthquakes occurred daily. Temperatures fluctuated wildly. Most experts believed long-term survival there was impossible. Apparently, nobody had informed the humans. When Earth fell, approximately 12,000 refugees became trapped on New Dawn. With no outside support and little hope of rescue, they faced a simple choice: adapt or die. They adapted. Generation after generation learned how to survive conditions that would have killed almost any known species. They built underground cities capable of withstanding planetary disasters. They developed energy systems powered by geological instability. They engineered crops that thrived in extreme environments. Every challenge forced innovation. Every hardship made them stronger. 2 centuries later, the descendants of those refugees had become something remarkable. Their technology surpassed anything humanity possessed before the war. More importantly, they had developed an entirely new understanding of physics. The Council's scientists could barely comprehend their discoveries. News of New Dawn spread quickly. So did another piece of information. The Vorak Empire had learned about the colony. The Emperor viewed its existence as an insult. Humanity had been defeated. Humanity was supposed to be extinct. Allowing survivors to rebuild was unacceptable. A massive invasion fleet was assembled. Thousands of warships entered New Dawn's system. The galaxy expected another massacre. After all, 12,000 isolated colonists could never challenge the greatest military empire in history. The Vorak commander sent the same message used against Earth centuries earlier: surrender and survive. The response arrived seconds later. This time, it came from the colony's leader, a woman named Commander Alina Reyes. Her message was brief: "You already tried that." The battle began. The Vorak fired first. Their weapons struck the planet. Nothing happened. The surface remained untouched. Confused commanders ordered another barrage. Again, nothing. Unknown energy fields absorbed every attack. For the first time in centuries, the Vorak faced an enemy they did not understand, and the humans were only getting started. Across the battlefield, strange objects emerged from New Dawn's orbit. At first, Vorak sensors classified them as satellites. Then, the objects began moving. Fast. Extremely fast. Within seconds, entire Vorak formations lost contact with command. Ships vanished from scanners without warning. No explosions. No debris. Simply gone. Panic spread through the fleet. The humans had weaponized gravitational technology. Instead of destroying enemy vessels, they folded space around them and removed them from the battlefield entirely. Every traditional defense became useless. Every known strategy failed. The Vorak numerical advantage disappeared rapidly. For the first time in their history, the Empire was losing. Desperate commanders launched a direct assault toward the planet. Thousands of ships advanced simultaneously. Human defenses responded instantly. Massive energy networks activated across the system. Space itself appeared to bend. Entire fleets found themselves trapped inside artificial gravitational fields. Ships collided. Formations collapsed. Chaos consumed the battlefield. Within hours, the invasion force was shattered. The survivors attempted retreat. Commander Reyes allowed them to leave. She wanted them to carry a message. Days later, that message reached the imperial capital. Every screen across the empire displayed the same transmission. Reyes stood before the camera. Behind her was the thriving world the Vorak had failed to destroy. We are not stronger than you. We are not more numerous. We are not immortal. But humanity has one advantage. We never stop adapting. You destroyed our worlds. We built new ones. You hunted us. We learned. You thought survival was weakness. It was our greatest strength. The message ended. Silence followed. For the first time in centuries, The Vorak Empire hesitated, not because they feared human weapons, not because they feared human technology. They feared something far more dangerous: human determination. Within a decade, oppressed civilizations across the galaxy began resisting Vorak rule. Inspired by New Dawn, they fought back. The empire slowly fractured. World after world gained independence. The age of Vorak domination came to an end. Years later, historians updated the Galactic Archive. The original entry describing humanity as extinct was deleted. A new entry replaced it. It contained only one sentence: humanity was the only species ever declared dead that returned stronger than before. And beneath that sentence, a final note was added. The galaxy learned an important lesson. Never mistake survival for defeat. Because every civilization eventually surrendered. Every civilization except one: humanity. The species that refused to die